Welcome to Chris Hansen. Well, I'm Chris Hansen. And today we're going to dive into a couple of drama channels. Let's see. And I do have a lawyer on standby, so yeah, just to add a little bit of credibility there. Let's see how this one goes. Old school style.
All right, Amanda. A tractor trailer coming down the road. Get ready.
Scott.
You can probably guess what this next suspect.
What does he do? Like, sir, where do you work? And where do you work?
Sex predator does for a living.
I'm a foreign national. Can I get an attorney or something? Like, and sir, what do you snort?
All right, so let him turn off the engine. He won't be able to hear anything until he cuts the engine.
All right, Frag. Since you got your CDL license, I highly suggest we listen to Frag. Make all the noise we can now, prior to him cutting the engine off.
Let's let him get down.
Let's let him get down. You know what? Let's not let him get down and tackle him right there. Just get your ass in the corner. Turn around. Whoa, whoa. He'd be like, whoa, what's going on here? I just came to talk to her. Sir, what is this? Talk to her.
41-year-old truck driver from Fayetteville, Georgia, Joseph Myrick.
Ew. He had the granddad walk, but really, I guess the driving truck takes a toll on the body. And, you know, let's see, why not? And driving truck takes a toll on the body, so I've heard. So when he first got out, he was looking a little unbalanced, as they would say. His equilibrium was a little out of whack. How do you say the? I don't know. I forgot what the shit called, but he was tipping on full force. Let me say that.
Thinks a 41-year-old truck driver from Fayetteville, Georgia.
Ew, like that, like one whole like he was a penguin for a second. Like no wait, a penguin, a flamingo. But you know, he decided to put on his ball cap, and he had no bones about bringing that truck down because he you know, makes no sense to go ahead and park the truck at the the yard, I guess, and drive your car all the way back here. I mean, you're already 5 minutes away. I mean, if the cooler wasn't outside, and and this shit wasn't outside, like, it wouldn't be believable, So, I mean, they have a cop right underneath this, bag of shit.
Joseph Myrick. He thinks a 15-year-old girl.
And they got the lawnmower out there. I'm surprised he didn't look at that lawnmower a little bit like, okay. If I had the back of my trailer, maybe. You know what? Maybe. You know what? I mean, if she wanted to, I ain't trying to be no pervert. I ain't trying to touch nothing.
Is inside, ready to have sex with him.
Ew. I mean, bro, nobody's looking anymore because you stopped the truck. All that noise you made, you should have been looking and breaking your neck then, Mr. Ponytail.
His screen name is too graphic to use, but in his chat, he asks the decoy when it...
I think it's, may I eat your peach? Maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm not going to look it up, but I am going to try to record these maybe a little prior to just live streaming sometime. So Joseph Myrick, Maverick, I don't know. Gruesome face. What's his face? So it seems like he's gone down the same path as Scott. Let him in, Scott. What's his name? Oh man, Robert Gilbert. I don't know why I remember it like that. I just Robert Gilbert. Is anyone gonna hurt me? Am I gonna go to jail? I can't answer that. No one's gonna hurt you. No one's gonna touch you. No one's gonna lay their hand on your pretty little head.
When it comes to sex, are there any positions you like best?
Yes.
The person pretending to be the 15-year-old says, I only...
Midnight Rider girl. Yeah, like I'm not saying like you can't have a out there, or just a username, honestly, of your own. I'm not saying you can't have that, because that's your right. I mean that's your right. I mean, set that aside. But I'm just saying, like, this was acceptable. Like, sir, Joseph Myrick, Midnight Rider girl.
Only did the one. Then he says, well,
and I have only did the one. Well, I like to hold you.
We'll
and kiss you.
Try
kiss me where?
Others. When the decoy
talk to her,
says it's awesome that he's bringing the big truck, he says, well,
the big truck.
I do not want your mom finding out, because it would mess up a good thing.
That's a big truck you got. How do you drive that thing?
Sort of like taking a piss, I mean, first I unzip my pants and, I welcome myself in, pour myself a glass. You didn't say not to, so I poured myself a glass. Aside from these jar of pickles, I poured myself a glass. Wasn't really into the pickle type deal, but I know they have a camera right here. Type thing there, sir. Oh man, type thing there, sir. Oh man, right here. I did not realize this was a mirror. There we go, mirror. And 37, and the truck driver you were here to meet, Bailey, was 37.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's like driving a car.
Well, I would love to.
Like driving a car. Well, how would she know what that is? She's 13. Brandon really said he was 23. 13? 13. Yes. And they got the camera above the chandelier. And we even had a camera above the chandelier.
For a ride sometime.
Well, I'd love to take you.
Where exactly were you going to?
Ew! I wasn't trying to be no pervert, no, I'm touching nothing or nothing.
Take her in that.
To be honest with you, it's like driving a car.
I wasn't trying to be no pervert or nothing. That is so relaxing for some reason. Not trying to hit it or be no pervert or nothing.
I would love to go for a ride sometime.
I really need to put my phone on mute sometime.
Love to take you.
Where exactly were you going to take her in that truck of yours?
Well, Chris, if you give me a chance, you'll understand that I'm going to take her and talk to her. Like, if I'm not going to do that, if I weren't going to do that, then what really am I going to do? Like, if I weren't going to talk to her, like, Chris, besides you having, an $800 suit back then, which is now probably the equivalent of a $1,400 suit, set that aside, just to interrogate me for 2 seconds, and it's not really an interrogation, but you call it one, or an interview, but, that might be considered that, but just having that. Ooh. Let me you know, I'm pumped, you know, like Dallas Lee, so I got a little bit ahead of myself.
Where exactly were you going to take her in that truck of yours?
I was just gonna take her around, you know, just see certain places, you know, and just talk to her.
Like where?
Told you he was gonna talk to her.
She was gonna go for a ride. I'll take her for a ride. I mean, nothing. You know, I ain't meaning no harm. I'm trying to do nothing I shouldn't be doing. You know, trying to.
Spend Sunday night behind bars. Marathon begins next. And I'm Chris Hansen with Behind Bars. And what made you rob that old lady? Money. And what did you need that money for? I needed to feed my fucking kids. Well, I mean, she could have gave you something if you would have asked. I mean, no, I'm playing. I mean, you know, I mean, you really should have gotten a job, or, you know, I mean, not to get in that predicament. I mean that could be considered that, but that's one way of going about it, but it's not the best way of going about it.
You know, be no idiot, no pervert, nothing.
That's what he said.
No hit it, no pervert or nothing. I was getting cigarettes. Check my trunk. Bro, like, I have my lighter and my fishing gear in my trunk. I was going smoking.
I'll take her for a ride. I mean, nothing. You know, I ain't meaning no harm. I'm trying to do nothing I shouldn't be doing. You know, trying to, you know, be no idiot, no pervert, nothing.
That's what
I wasn't trying to be no hitter or be no hitter or pervert, nothing, or type thing there, sir.
I shouldn't be doing. You know, trying to take her for a ride. I mean, nothing. You know, I ain't meaning no harm. I'm trying to do nothing I shouldn't be doing.
Ooh.
You know.
And he has the Canadian tuxedo on. Ooh. It doesn't look bad though. I mean, people think it looks bad. Like, people think it's a bad thing. Like, it depends on the fabric and the type of jean. Let's see, denim used. Pretty much fabric and what color, how dark the blue is. Pretty much per se. But it really depends on the person. You know, I like the way that he topped this outfit off with a ball cap. Let alone that he has a ponytail, which is, you know, different. I've had one, surprisingly. And, you know, he's sitting there. I don't know if that iced tea has ice in it, but it looks cool enough because his drink, you know, it looks, you know, it has a little, like, line, like it's like beer, but it's not, because it's just, you know, Lipton. But, you know, I mean, I can't pass judgment on people who drink Lipton, but I can't pass judgment on people who've interviewed pedophiles overseas and have come back to try to get a job with NBC. I cannot pass judgment. I don't know the long-lasting effects of broadcasting. I can only imagine.
Don't be no idiot, no pervert, nothing.
That's what he says now. But what about what he said to her online?
You say, well, I do think you're damn sexy, and was wanting
He's like, shit, I'm thirsty. Shit. Like, damn. Like, all right. I mean, I said what I was going to say, Chris. What now? You know? What now?
He said to her online.
You say,
This
well, I
shit's
do
still
think
up.
you're damn sexy, and was wanting to know if you have ever had sex.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I? Like, he got his finger on his throat. Like, oh did I? Oh, did I? Like, sir, you're not Beetlejuice. What is that critter's name? Oh man, Jeepers. Jeepers. There we go. Mr. Jeepers, sir. Mr. Creepers, sir. I know you were just trying to get some tail, sir, but even monsters, it's 18 and older, sir. And I see that you have a substance abuse problem. Substance abuse. We found the marijuana and the cocaine in the truck. And the truck. I kind of felt that it was coming anyway, but like it was like, you know, you know, I'm just happy that I'm not driving truck anymore. Like,
Yes, you did. I have it all right here, so you might as well just tell me right now.
I ain't disputing it. No,
I'm sorry.
A very nice ass.
Oh, he's looking around. What is he looking around for? Oh. That ball cap does not have any. This is a fitted ball cap. This man has legit went to the store, had his ponytail like this, or his hair down, essentially tried on several ball caps until he reached he reached the one that was right for him, the one that could compensate for all that ball cap bullshit he has grown on his head, which is his hair. So yeah, he had to size the ball cap to compensate with the hair. Like, he had to get the ball cap big enough to include his hair inside the ball cap. Like, if he just wore what do they call snapbacks? I don't really like those. I mean this won't be considered that. I actually like the Velcro, like, for some reason, and the other one, like the with Pinhead, the old rested Kit Kats, and I mean, at least he brought some Kit Kats. I mean, it's a little bit different. I mean, you bring some Kit Kats to a girl, you see what happens.
As well.
I mean, besides, you know, her being 12 and, you know, your mom looking up the address and.
I just fell into the conversation.
You know, I just fell into the conversation. I ain't gonna sit in here and try to make no excuse for it. I'm just saying, I just wanted to test it out.
I ain't gonna sit here and try to make no excuse for the things I said, because I fell into the conversation. It was
totally wrong. It was wrong,
yeah, it was wrong, and
You say, yeah, I'll be your bear.
and we bears like honey.
And we bears like tasting honey.
when you read it back to me like that right there, I realize what I said. No,
You know, when you read it back to me like that right there, and I look away and all, and then I look in space and realize that I can't really go nowhere without you being done, sir. I realize that you know, well, ball cap.
you're right.
What do you think would have happened?
And what do you think would have happened if I wasn't here? Well, the most I would have done, I know I shouldn't, probably would have kissed her, but I know I shouldn't, kissed her. And what was that going to lead to? Just lost my job. Just lost my job. Stanley Kendall is so clutch. Just lost my job. He's like, fuck all this shit I just done. Stanley could have killed 10 people. Just lost my job.
If I wasn't here, and in fact, the 15-year-old girl was here.
I told myself I get in here to sit.
I told myself, I get in here, just sit, and what?
Just talk to her, you know.
Talk to her. And you were not gonna compliment me on my attire, my tuxedo, sir. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean that would be considered that, but I mean, I have one of my own. But I mean, it's just the Regent, sir. So I mean, you really didn't say nothing about mine. So I'm just saying I didn't. You know, I mean, I wasn't trying to be no judgment, no fashionista or nothing, sir.
You just said you were going to take her for a ride in the trunk.
If she wanted to go,
How do you think a girl's father would feel if a 40-year-old man took a 15-year-old girl for a ride in a truck?
He'd be upset, right?
And he'd be justified, wouldn't he?
Oh, yes, he would.
You own that rig yourself?
No, sir.
So you work for a company that owns that rig?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And how do you think they'd take to the fact you're out driving that rig around?
They'll take it on as in a bad note.
Well, they would look at it on it as in a bad note and look at it, you know,
A bad note.
like the way it actually looks.
A bad. Listen, buddy, I understand that you're nervous. You're not gonna want to shake like that.
You see what?
If you want to understand what I'm trying to get to you.
All the time.
On news reports.
You've seen
On the news reports.
stories on television news about guys coming over to meet underage.
Yeah, just news. Dateline, just news. I like his Dateline.
Kids.
Yes, sir, but
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing
That was a nice one.
meet underage kids.
yes, sir, but
I'm Chris
Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing an investigation.
Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults
Yes, sir.
who try to meet
Ooh. Instant, just.
teens on the internet. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us.
Yeah, sir, I think you're missing your ball cap.
We're happy to hear it, and if not, you're obviously welcome to walk out the door you came in.
I told myself
What is this, Friday? Are they watching Friday?
one day just talk to her, you know.
Are they watching Friday? Are you serious?
Happy to hear it, and if not, you're obviously welcome to walk out the door you came in.
I told myself on one day.
That looks like Chris. No, not Chris Tucker. That looks like what is it? Mike Epps.
Just talk to her, you know, and just stay away from the
Of sexual overtones.
sexual overtones.
The 41
I wonder what his truck puts out. Like, you know, like ball cap. Could be ball cap.
and you know what happens next.
Get on the ground!
And where do you work?
Now! All the way!
Oh, he already knows the routine. He has some legs spread. Big boy wasn't taking no. Like, what? Is this guy sitting down? Like, who is this? What is this? Who's this? Who's this? Who the hell is, like, I hope this is just like, bro, what, who is this? It looks like somebody sitting in the chair, like with their legs crossed, like just looking at this, like eating lunch.
All the way down! All the way down! Yes, sir.
Turns out
Yes, sir.
this isn't Myrick's first time in handcuffs.
11 prior arrests, 11 prior arrests, 11 prior arrests, 11 prior arrests. 37 prior arrests.
Yes, sir.
This individual, Joseph Myrick, he's had 11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests. It could range from Myrick. He's had 11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
It could range from possession of drugs to simple.
Like, he never wears this coat. Like, it's not broken in. Like you see Chris had his ball cap on. You should have just got a comb and just combed that down. Like, it just really disturbed, and it's caught on camera. Like,
Battery to theft. Pretty good little record
pretty good little record here.
that we have on him. Started as early as 1983.
I mean, he's only 3,700 years old. Like, come on.
He was never convicted.
Like, that is, like, I mean, I'm not discrediting this guy for being a big guy, and being able to pass the physical. That's a good thing. That is a very good thing.
On the battery or theft charges, but in the 1990s he was convicted of 6 misdemeanors and 1
This is like the special ponytail episode.
for theft charges, but in the 1990s he was convicted.
Alright, you got
Was
a
never convicted on
blonde
the battery or
ponytail.
theft charges, but
You got a gray ponytail and a black
in the
ponytail.
1990s
That's the blonde. That's the gray.
he was convicted of 6 misdemeanors.
And then you have the one guy who's seen it happening out front. And he headed for the highway. He's a pizza delivery guy. Like, what does that have to do with it, Chris? Like, I mean, what if he was a broadcaster? Like, would you have said that?
Misdemeanors and 1 felony drug charge. After Myrick's arrest, his truck is searched.
Yes, hey.
Where detectives find his truck is searched.
Cocaine.
Like, he just took a hit of that. Like, why are you red?
Where detectives find cocaine.
Where detectives find cocaine.
Myrick is then brought in for questioning, where he appears to admit what he's done is wrong.
You want the truth? I want to kill him.
Do you have any kids?
No, sir, but I have nieces and nephews, and
So I got nieces and nephews.
And I had to buy them short shorts, and I picked it up.
You feel somebody did this thing?
You in the station?
I want to kill him.
I want to kill him.
Then the investigator...
Like, was he just holding that cocaine, like, for how long? How long was he holding that cocaine like that? Like he's contemplating on, like, I mean, I already took what I could before, like, the cameras came, but, I mean, you know, I guess I gotta leave something for evidence.
Asks Myrick about his use of cocaine.
I'm gonna tell you like it is.
I'm gonna tell you like it is. Both when I talked to her both times, I did talk to her. Well, I mean that's a fact. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Both when I talked, both times I did talk to her.
When I talked both times I did talk to her, you know, I was in town and I was under the influence of it.
He seems to blame the cocaine for his current predicament. He'll be charged with drug possession, along with attempting to commit child molestation and obscene internet contact.
Sexual assault.
I'm going to set the criminal attempt child molestation.
Assault. Like who dug in his skin? Like, what's going on?
At 15,000. The possession.
15,000. Possession of cocaine. 12,000. Possession of heroin. 25,000. Possession of
Controlled substance. 5,000.
The undercover operation.
Like, where did these guys were just popped up? Like, just like this.
The possession.
You know what? I'm gonna need my team.
Of controlled substance. 5,000.
The undercover operation in Fortson, Georgia is over, and the last of the suspects caught it.
I really been looking for a woman my own age. I hear there's talk of this girl being 20, 19. I like talking. Kiss of Death, World War Z, Mr. Gary.
In our sting are appearing before a local judge.
I'm not here to determine if you're guilty.
Blondie looked like he's just like, well, this is like my 19th time here, so I already know the deal.
Guilty or innocent.
For most of the men, the judge sets a bond is over, and the last of the suspects caught in our sting are appearing before a local judge.
I'm not here to determine if you're guilty or innocent.
For most of the men, the judge sets a bond of $40,000, restricts their use of a computer and their interactions with money.
I'm for national. May I get an attorney or something? Sir, just because you shave doesn't mean you're getting off of this by any means.
Minors, including their own children.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a little bit hoarse though. My voice is kind of ragged for some reason.
Just getting back from lunch.
But yeah, I mean, I'd love to see you, sometime, get together and, But you are a pretty little thing. I don't know why I first don't tell you that. We'll just keep on keeping on the way we doing.
Keeping on the way we doing. Keeping on the way we doing. I like that. Just keep on keeping on the way we doing.